All right, y'all, this is the new SEC podcast. You tuned into a preview of Texas taking on Florida. Texas is traveling to Gainesville to take on Florida. The line in this game is Texas favorite 6.5. The over-under today is 43.5. 3:30 p.m. ESPN. Can't believe this game's on ESPN, first of all, but there's a good game on ABC. Nonetheless, what do we think about this game, given all the expectations we had for this game coming into the season?
Yeah, it's a completely different conversation right now than what we were expecting to have at the beginning. You have a Texas team who hasn't necessarily wowed. You have a Florida team who's been pretty much booed. Right now, at this point, Florida fans, I think, seem more concerned with the coaching situation than the game itself. I think there's more conversation happening around Billy Napier, and there's probably some fans out there who are saying, screw it. I hope it's if we're going to lose, I hope it's a beatdown so we can be done with this sooner with the head coaching situation. But I think maybe not so fast, because I think that there is a game for Florida to steal in the SEC this year, and it could be this one. This is Texas's first SEC game. It's their second P4 game. They've yet to win a P4 game this year. This could be a good opportunity for Florida.
Yeah, this could definitely be a good opportunity for Florida. And I think it's a game where we still don't really know how much this Texas offense can truly do. And I think that's kind of the summary of what I've seen between their Ohio State performance and all these Texas satellite schools they've played with, UTEP and UTSA and Sam Houston State. Arch right now is sitting 5th in the conference with 9 passing touchdowns, but it doesn't really feel like that's the story about his performance and what this Texas offense brings. So what do you think about this Texas offense against Florida's defense? Quick break. Want to talk about our new partnership with Backer. Backer produces collegiate apparel for the true devoted fan. Backer wanted to ultimately create products that were quality, could last a long time, and you could wear in the mountains, rainy games, sunny games. They produce hats, outerwear, jackets, hoodies, and they're partnered with some of the best teams in the college football space right now. They have Georgia apparel, Texas apparel, and even better, 10% of the proceeds for each purchase go to the student athletes. If you're interested in learning more about their products, hit that link in the bio. And once again, thank you for tuning into our content.
Florida's defense is pretty solid. They've been really good at keeping Florida in games because the offense has been awful, atrocious. I mean, LSU, shame on LSU for not winning that game by 20 plus points, because you get 5 turnovers. Florida's defense busting their ass, for lack of a better term to describe that game, because they're keeping them in games. Arch Manning has not looked good in the one good defense that they've played, and that was Ohio State. It looked bad. I mean, you all watched it. You saw everything on the internet about it and all the memes. Like, I don't know how he will play in a game like this. It's a road game away from home. Like I said, he hasn't played an SEC game yet this season. Swamp, if you bring the energy and you're dedicated to this Florida team, I hope the energy is there around Florida. There could be an opportunity for him to underperform. And his tale of two stories is based on the pressure. If he's clean, he's good. If he gets pressure, he's not. This is a team that can get some pressure.
It's definitely a team that can get some pressure, and I think that it's a team that is really, but this defense has been able to keep them in these games. We saw it against LSU. Despite 5 interceptions, they still had a chance to go down the field and put them in a 1-score position, right? I mean, we even saw it in a lot of the Miami game as well. And you had talked about the lack of Power 5 win or Power 4 win for Texas. I don't think that Florida has a Power 4 win to this point this season, with a loss to USF, a loss to loss to LSU, and a loss to Miami. On the other side, I think for Florida, we know their defense is good. We always talk about what their defense is doing. They need the offense to show up. And what's really concerning when I look at this game is DJ Lagway right now, 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, the lowest passer rating of any starting quarterback in the SEC with 118. Like, we were talking about him being in the Heisman discussion before the season, and rightfully so, after going 6-1 or 7-1. That needs to change for them to have any chance to win any games, whether that's with Napier or anybody else.
Yeah. If you listen to the other previews we've done this week, we talked about Kentucky and that teams that haven't been proficient at 10-plus yard passes. Florida is one of those teams in the bottom 15 in the country. You don't want to find yourself in that conversation of a team who can't move the chains. They're not throwing the ball downfield. Their play calling is a little bit spotty, a lot of short passes, screens, trying to get the playmakers involved to make the passes. It feels like there's something going on with Lagway. I don't know if it's the extended injury. It just they're not doing enough. So in this game, I'm with you. How do they get on the board? How does Florida score points in this game? I think that Florida will do a good job of holding Texas. Where do they score points? Jaden Ball is probably your best offensive player at this point, but Texas knows that. I mean, they've only allowed 24 points through 4 games. Texas has.
And Texas has a number 1 rushing defense in the conference. Those stats again kind of inflated with some of the group of 5 bottom dweller competition, but they're only giving up 60 yards per game on the ground. Jaden Ball, the last 2 games, has had 46 rushing yards. Mm-hmm. Like each game, I think he's capable. And what they did well against Miami when they were driving was putting the ball on the ground and letting him, average 2 to 4 yards a carry. This Texas defense is going to make it tough. It's honestly going to come down to the quarterback play. And it's going to come down to the quarterback play and the running back play and what Jarrett Gibson can do for Texas, what CJ Baxter can do for Texas. Arch is in the top 3 for their top rushers this season. Need to see more from Baxter. Need to see more from Gibson, who leads the team in carry attempts for Texas to have a chance and of course to win this game.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I don't think there's anything wrong with what Florida's doing, being conservative offensively. And I think that throwing to Jaden Ball is great. It's been working a little bit this season. I think that Texas, on the other hand, like you're saying, it's about those backs. It's about those receivers. How do they get involved in the games? I think this is a game of skill players. Like that is the story of this game, is 2 defenses that are good, 2 quarterbacks who are underperforming to expectations, but you have a lot of good weapons on both sides for both teams. Yep. For Florida to win this game, to me, it comes at the hand of tremendous pass blocking from your skill players. If you are going to throw screens, you're going to throw short passes and rely on yards after catch like they have been this season, this Texas defense is going to be on top of it. Got to be blocking well. If on the other side of the ball for Texas to win this game, it's Arch Manning confidence and keeping him clean under pressure. 10 for 20. He's 10 for 27 under pressure. 1 touchdown, 3 picks. When he's clean, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. So it's all in the face of pressure. So those are kind of my 2 keys to this game. I think it's going to be a better game than people are giving it credit for.
And I think the spread reflects that, right? 6.5 points right now, over under 43.5. I'm going to pose a last question for you. Texas right now is sitting at number 9 in the nation?
Yeah.
How much would they have to win by, and how would this game have to look to warrant that number 9 spot? Because a lot of people have been coming at them in Penn State for not having a Power 4 win yet this season. So with the number 9 spot, playing a 1-3 football team, what would Texas have to do?
I'm not sure that anyone is going to give them enough credit because of this game, because of how much criticism has been thrown Florida's way. If Florida comes out offensively and looks capable, because there's a difference between letting a team look capable in a game and then a complete shutdown. Like we know what it looks like when the defense is the one that's playing well, as opposed to the offense playing poorly. LSU game was both.
Yep.
I think in this game, if you come in as Texas, you shut down a Florida team that maybe starts to find a little bit of click here and there. Arch Manning does what he needs to do that he did against like Sam Houston State in this game.
Right.
I'm not sure it warrants 9 to me. It doesn't feel like a marquee win like what Alabama had over Georgia to me.
Right. But it would maybe warrant, okay, they're back in that top tier SEC championship discussion just based upon their defense and offense improving, offense showing that they could do something against a good. To me, what they would have to do is put up like 30 points. If they can put 30 points in this Florida defense, all right, okay, I'm following you. Wingo's getting a touchdown. The running game's getting more going, right? None of their guys are in the top 16 right now in the SEC in rushing. They kind of have a running back by committee system. If they can kind of get the running game going, put up 30, 35 points on this Florida defense, I'll send it back.
Yeah, I think that they'll definitely get some credit. Now, with that in mind, if they win here, Georgia wins. Now you got 2 one-loss SEC teams that will play each other. And Texas will go to Georgia this season and play. I'm home aside. I still think that Georgia should be favored in that game, even if Texas wins this game handedly. Like I still wouldn't give Texas enough credit to say that they are a dangerous team in the SEC at this point. It depends. It depends on what Arch looks like, honestly.
But I agree. It depends what Arch looks like. And if you're watching the videos to this point, like I want to know what y'all think. Like that to me is what I'd be looking at this game and trying to come out like, how good are we? We don't feel like we're number 9. Maybe you do. I don't. So I want to see it in this game. And so I'll give you my final prediction. I have Texas winning 2013. I think Texas could be a good team. I think they'll win this game. But I want to see that preseason number 1 team. I want to see that number 9 team. I want to see them earn it. Like, let's see it.
Yeah. My prediction's kind of similar. I think it's a little bit of an ugly game that Texas leaves with a win. No one's necessarily happy. Texas feels concerned for their week 7 matchup with Oklahoma. Florida does just well enough to where Napier's on the sideline for Texas A&M next week when they play. I got 17-6 in Texas. I'm riding the under. I'm going to take it now before it moves. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll see here. If you're watching our preview, I know we get a lot of traction here from Florida and from Texas fans. If you're watching our preview, let us know what you think. Drop your predictions below. And as always, I'm Randall Jr. We got Hunter Ziesman, and this is the new SEC Podcast.